Hello and good morning, friends. Welcome back to the Advanced Construction Technology subject. We are talking about the unit number 1, modern materials and equipment used in the special constructions. In the previous lecture, we have seen the loads acting on the buildings. We have seen the different kind of loads such as dead load, live load, wind load, snow load, load due to the rain, and earthquake load. So in this lecture, we are going to discuss the effect of the lateral forces on our building. Number 1, wind effect. Second, water effect, that is normally called as the hydrostatic pressure. And finally, we will discuss the earthquake load, okay, or earthquake effect. So recently we have felt the earthquake, so that is very interesting for us, okay. So what is actually happen in the real world, you are learning right now, okay. So let us begin with the basic behavior of the lateral forces. Normally in case of gravity load, structure will collapse in this manner, okay. You can see here the deflections are there, you can see the columns are buckling over here, okay, and the structure fall like this, okay, in downward direction, in the vertical direction. While in case of the lateral loading, we are applying the force horizontal plane to the building, so it will behave like this, okay. So here you can see that it will called as a sway movement, okay. Normally you have learned in this structure analysis subject, okay. So this is how basic behavior of the structure in our building. In the next slide, we have discussed that wind load and wind pressure formula. P is equal to K into V square. Our wind pressure is directly proportional to the square of the velocity of the wind in that particular area. So this we have already discussed. Yes, now let us see the wind load. So wind load has the ability to bring a building to the sway. So as I discussed earlier, the lateral load will create a sway effect on the building. So here you can see the one demonstration is here. So wind is moving in this direction, so it will create a sway movement of a particular building. Here you can see the variation of the wind velocity with the height. Normally for the tall structures, these are the normal structures, wind speed or wind velocity will increase in this manner, okay, as per the previous formula likewise, okay. Then here you can see the maximum velocity you are getting at the top, okay. So you need to take care about the roof and intermediate portion of a tall building. This is the variation of the wind load with respect to the varied forms or with respect to various types of the plans of a building. So here you can see this is the plan view. So if you have a circular building, if you are wind blowing from this direction, this is windward direction, and this is leeward direction as we have discussed in the previous lectures. For the round shape building, here you can see that this is the minimum wind pressure at the behind of your building, while in case of the front you will get the maximum pressure over here, okay. This is the plan. So the wind will move like this, okay, and the minimum pressure at the behind your structure. Similarly, if you have a square structure, it will completely create a eddy current like effect, okay. So that is also there, okay. Similarly, if you have a certain kind of the irregular shape of the structure, you will find the maximum wind pressure at the behind also. So this is the behavior of the structure in the wind. This is called a turbulence, a wind turbulence. Here I mentioned one figure, so you will get the idea. If your wind is flowing from this direction, that is your windward direction, the turbulence of the wind flow is created like this. The first of all wind will go like this, and here all the arrows are showing the motion of the wind, okay. So here this is also a wind turbulence. If you are building, you are having a structure like square or rectangle, the turbulence flow it will occur like that. Similarly, here you can see the different kind of the wind turbulence. Here, to understand the wind effect in detail in very easiest manner, I have given you one video over here. So you go to this link, I will share you in WhatsApp group also, so you can prepare that. After referring that video, 100% sure that you will get the idea regarding the what is the wind effect for the tall structure. Okay, so refer this video and I will ask the question from that video, so you will get the basic idea regarding the wind effect of our tall structure. Okay, then let us discuss the second force, that is our water, that is what we basically say the hydrostatic pressure, which is the below the ground level. So the problem is in our building water comes from the downward side. Here you can see this is the problem from the top side in case of heavy rain, from the side effect in case of any change in the water ground effect. Okay, so this is our problem. So normally how hydrostatic pressure act on our building or on our basement. So let us see. So lateral stresses are developed as mentioned in the figure. So this is the hydrostatic pressure direction in the horizontal direction. This is the basement wall which is below the ground level. That can be used as a parking for any kind of building or any kind of structure. So this hydrostatic pressure will act like this. If we rotate in a horizontal direction, it will create like a bending of a beam. Okay, so this is your column, pressure is here, so building will move like that or bend like that. Okay, so this is how hydrostatic pressure works. Similarly, in case of second figure, stresses and cracks and floor slabs uplift. Sometimes your finished floor slab, your floor is uplifted due to the hydrostatic pressure. Okay, so this is the basement of the floor and it can be uplifted by the hydrostatic pressure as per your figure. Similarly, hydrostatic pressure will create wall cracks in the basement wall. So this is the fundamental of the hydrostatic pressure. Normally you have learned in this hydraulic subject. Okay, so similarly you can see the water pocket is also generated sometimes below the ground level, and that will create a pressure to our structure. So this is the figure which shows you the various types of the barriers in our construction. Okay, so hydrostatic pressure can cause the basement flooding, structural damage and property damage. One more problem is there is a capillary action is there. Okay, so water pocket is, if the water pocket is closer to your basement, okay, when you are constructing a building, might be there is no water pocket, but after some time there will be a water pocket generated due to the heavy rain. So that will create unhealthy air, dampness, water assembly damage. Okay, so this is how capillary action will happen. So similarly, I have given you one more video for understanding the water effect. You need to refer this video and check it out, this video on the YouTube, and after that video I will ask one question from it. Okay, and what is the solution for that? Okay, so one of the preeminent and general solution for preventing the water effect on our structure, normally we are providing a waterproofing material or waterproofing epoxy resins, okay, at the construction joints. Okay, so here you can see the different techniques are used for the waterproofing of the basement. So this you can use to prevent the water effect on our structure. Thank you very much and have a safe day and have a nice day. Thank you.